And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. It is here. The baddest tournament on earth is set to begin at the Rotterdam Ahoy in Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Of course, the Netherlands, the home, the mecca of kickboxing. And tonight, 32 fighters, 16 fights in one night as we look to find who will be the last heavyweight standing. This is Glory 99. Welcome inside the Ahoy Arena, the unofficial home of Glory. We'll be back here for Glory 100. In fact, in June, my name is Todd Grisham. He's the original Glory Hall of Famer, Bazooka Joe Joseph Valtellini. What do you think, man?
Well, it doesn't get bigger than this. Kickboxing, we love heavyweights, and we got 32 of them tonight. So I'm excited to see at the end of the year who's the last heavyweight standing. So excited.
It all starts tonight. You win tonight, you qualify for Glory 100. We got 16 fights to get to, 5 of them coming up here on our prelims. Joe, we don't have time to go through each one of these fights, but which one of the prelim fights is going to get us the most excitement?
Well, it's going to be the last one. Yuri Farcus versus Azizpour. Man, Azizpour is just a bomb thrower. He goes after it. And Yuri Farcus, a tough Italian who could be very technical and give Araj a tough fight.
You would like the Italian, wouldn't you?
Of course.
All right, about 2 hours from now, the main card gets underway here at Glory 99. 11 heavyweight fights. Look at all the different countries represented. We'll get into that more in a minute, but some big names in the heavyweight division here. And Joe, which one of these guys, the newcomers, do you like the most?
Well, it's got to be Rade Opicic. I mean, he's exciting to watch, great combinations. He's just a fun fighter that I was happy Glory was able to sign for the tournament.
And he's got a big, tough fight against the man nicknamed Big Sexy. And then our final 3 fights of the night, basically the main event, Joe. Jamal bin Saddik taking on Cristian Ristea. Tariq Asaro and Benjamin Adegbuyi. That might be the fight of the night. And of course, fan favorite Bakram Rajabzadeh in action.
Yeah, Rajabzadeh, every time he fights is going to be exciting. But let me see that. I agree with you, Todd, that Asaro Benjamin Adegbuyi is going to be a nice one.
So this is what they're fighting for. You win tonight, you qualify for Glory 100, where there will be 4 different one-night, 4-man tournaments. Your draw will happen right after your win. You'll be in the ring for that, Joe. So it should be a very exciting night for more ways than just the fights themselves. Here are some of the newcomers I mentioned, Joe. You talked about Rade Opicic, but how about Sina Karimian and Ahmed Crunchik?
Yeah, Krenic is just a fun fighter to watch. As a heavyweight, he loves to kick, so this is why I'm excited to see him. For a heavyweight, he'll probably kick more than most that you'll see. Sina Karimian, he's just a showman. He's a big star over in Japan, and if you watched our press conference, you know he's going to bring all excitement.
Well, we always have a lot of Dutch, Moroccan, Turkish fighters, but tonight we've got 3 Romanians, and Benjamin Adegbuyi has been here, done that. He's a 3-time Glory tournament winner. Yeah, he's a Glory vet, tournament vet, so he's got a good shot coming in here. Yanku is a fun fighter to watch, especially with his power. I mean, he's fighting Kapenik, which will be a rematch tonight, and that was one of our Fight of the Year contenders. Benjamin Adegbuyi, one of the more technical heavyweights we have on the division. He is the oldest in the tournament, but he's motivated more than ever and can still put you out. Cristian Ristea, he only made 1 fight here in Glory, but he's tough, he's durable, and he's got a huge task against Jamal bin Saddik tonight. And now we asked you who your favorites would be. These are the 3 guys you named. Bin Saddik, no surprise there, Rajabzadeh, and Cookie Asaro. Yeah, I mean, Cookie Asaro, I'm putting up as my favorites because he's tough, he's durable, he has tournaments before, and he's more motivated than ever. He's really been focusing on his strength, so I'm excited to see him. But Bakram Rajabzadeh, we've seen him in tournaments in the past. He's explosive, he's powerful, and he's always going for the knockouts. Let's hear from these 3 men about what it would mean to them to win tonight and qualify for Glory 100.
Well, a win tonight will mean a start of something great this year, and I'm really looking forward to knock my opponent out and to give the audience a great show. So a win tonight means everything for me.
And with a win, you would be on Glory 100. You were also around Glory 2. What would it mean for you to be on that show?
Amazing, amazing. I think words can't describe how I'm feeling today, because I am at Glory from the start. Not many people who can say that they were there from the beginning till Glory 100. So it's amazing.
Well, winning tonight is of course something very big already, and that giving me the chance to fight on Glory 100 would mean a lot for me. You know, I had a rough 2024 with also the fight from Rico in 2023. Yeah, there were some fans who lost their hope in me, and now it's again for me the chance to show them Cookie never left. I just had to do some adjustments, I show them who I really am and what I'm capable of.
Glory 100'de dövüşmek de, Glory 1'de dövüşmek de, Glory 50'de dövüşmek de benim için aynıdır. Benim için sadece fark olan şey kemer maçıdır. Her zaman söylediğim gibi çok güzel maç olacak. En çok istediğim şey, en çok sevdiğim şey maçlarda bize gelip taraftarlar, seyirciler gelip orada mutlu bir şekilde ayrılmaları. Yani bizleri izlerken daha mutlu, daha keyif alsınlar diye. Ve bu benim için daha güzeldir. Ve ben de her maçımdan bir diğer maçıma kadar yani çalışıyorum. Güzel bir dövüş göstereyim. Güzel bir heyecan verici bir şey göstereyim ki yani insanlar da mutlu olsun, ben de mutlu olayım, herkes mutlu olsun.
Rajab, one of the most exciting fighters in the entire tournament. But how about an international fair, Joe? We scoured the globe, literally. The 32 fighters represent 19 different countries across Europe, Africa, and Asia.
And I think that's what makes this tournament extra special, that we pick the best fighters from all across the world to find the baddest man.
And some exciting news for us. We've got a new worldwide partner in DAZN. I've been there calling boxing for the last 7 years. I'm loving this synchronization now that Glory is officially on DAZN. If you're here in the Netherlands, you can watch Glory 99 for free. Download the DAZN app. No credit card required. All right, Joseph, what are the fighters thinking backstage as they get set for some of the biggest fights of their lives?
Well, I think there's a lot of pressure. There's been a lot of tension all week, but they all seem motivated. They all seem confident. And when it comes to kickboxing, we love heavyweights and we love knockouts.
Yeah, we got 5 fights for you coming up right now on our prelims. Let's go into the ring and Tim Hughes.
Hello, Rotterdam! How are you tonight? Are you ready for a historic night of kickboxing? The biggest night ever in kickboxing history and the baddest tournament on earth. We have 32 fighters tonight. One night, 16 big bouts scheduled. It's going to be a busy night tonight with the biggest and best heavyweights on the planet here inside Ahoy. Before we get to the fights, though, I want to introduce you to some important ladies that will be out here throughout the night. Our Glory Girls, please welcome Bella, Tara, and Nora. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Bella, Tara, and Nora are Glory Girls. 32 fighters on this card. We will look for 16 winners. Remember, this is a year-long search for the last heavyweight standing. It all begins tonight. 16 of these fighters will advance. They are put on this card in random order tonight, and we will follow that same pattern for Glory 100, a monumental night for the sport of kickboxing and for Glory Kickboxing, coming up June 13th and 14th, right back here inside Ahoy. Here's how it's going to work. We will be drawing 16 numbers randomly from the balls that you see here in front of me. After each fight tonight, that will determine where each of the fighters will sit in the brackets, and we'll invite you back for another big night of kickboxing. That's June 13th and June 14th here as we continue our search for the last heavyweight standing. Our first qualifier of the night, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Let's get this thing started. He is one half of the Fighting Gashi brothers. Please welcome Luigi Gashi.
So here we go, we're off and running, and Joe Luigi Gashi has a twin brother that'll be fighting a couple of fights from now. That's Astra and Gashi. They're very hard to tell apart. They're as identical as they come.
Yeah, we're going to see the difference in their fighting style tonight, but Luigi is apparently the more technical of the brothers, so we're going to see that, but he's coming in for a lot of pressure and making a lot of noise. He's been in his brother's corner, so he says coming in here tonight, he feels a little bit more relaxed and comfortable. Luigi is a longtime sparring partner. They head over to Super Pro to train with Rico Verhoeven. For a big boy, he likes his middle kicks. Tonight, he says it's going to be his low kicks, and he has career wins over the last heavyweight standing fighter, Nico Pereira Horta, a big boy who will be on tonight's card.
This mixed martial artist steps up on the sport's biggest stage for the very first time. Here is Petra RomanKevich.
RomanKevich, a seasoned combat sports athlete, having fought in kickboxing, bare knuckle, and MMA. Joe, making his glory debut tonight. What do you expect from him?
Well, he's a very tough and durable fighter, so I really expect him to have to pressure and kind of sit there and kind of come back. Luigi Gashi's a big boy, but RomanKevich has to use that combat sports experience to get the job done tonight.
Professional record, 29 wins, only 9 defeats, 10 coming by way of knockout. He'll be the smaller fighter in this bout, Joe, 33 pounds lighter than Luigi Gashi. A lot of smaller guys decided to make the jump up to heavyweight to chase glory.
Yeah, a lot of these lighter heavyweights feel their speed is going to be a big advantage. In the past, we've had fighters like Gokhan Saki do very well. A lot of fighters were even talking about Alexander Usyk and how he's done in boxing. And they're successful because they got good movement, good output. I mean, it's just the big question is getting hit by those big boys. How much damage can you take on a smaller frame?
And we know at Glory 100, Rico Verhoeven will be facing off against the former light heavyweight champion Artem Bahitov. He's got to find a way to beat the big guy.
Yeah, it's got to be all about movement, hit and move. You can't get put against the ropes in the corners, so RomanKevich tonight's going to have to move, circle, try to use his feints to try to keep Luigi Gashi off of him.
RomanKevich, nicknamed the Belarusian Bulldozer. He has a signature strike, the flying knee. Told us to watch out. He's going to be landing a bunch of them, and I mentioned he's had success across multiple disciplines. Here's our tail of the tape for our first fight in the 32-man last heavyweight standing tournament. You see the numbers. Gashi, 33 pounds heavier, 2 inches taller, and will enjoy a 4-inch reach advantage.
With professional experience, the edge going to RomanKevich, 38 to the 19 of Gashi. The knockout percentage is the stat we like the best, the edge going to RomanKevich.
Here are the rules of Glory if you don't know too much about the sport. Punches, kicks, and knees are the legal strikes. One knee strike is allowed in a clinch, then the fighter must disengage. It's different from Muay Thai. It's much more exciting, much more engaging. Standing 8 counts are permitted, which I love, Joe, because it gives the fighter a chance to collect himself, where in boxing they might just stop the fight.
Yeah, it gets them back in there. The fights will be scored using the following prioritized criteria, starting with knockdowns, followed by cumulative damage inflicted. Then it's the number of clean scoring strikes, but an emphasis given to spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges look for the aggressor.
And finally, we have open scoring. You will see the judges' scores after each round. 5 judges will score it on the 10-point must system. Additional points are deducted for knockdowns or rule violations.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this qualifying tournament bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he too will be making his Glory debut tonight. He brings with him a professional record of 15 wins and 4 losses. 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. At 6 feet 6 inches tall, 1.98 meters, he weighed in at fight time at 270 pounds, 122.7 kilos. Fighting out of Albania, introducing Luigi Gashi. Here now is his opponent, a 3-time national champion. As a professional, 29 wins with 9 losses, 10 of those wins coming by knockout. 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.95 meters. He weighed in at fight time at 237 pounds, 107.3 kilos. He is here tonight. Petra, the Bulldozer, RomanKevich. Referee in charge of this bout, Jan Frana.
Okay, fighters to the middle. Shake hands if you want. Okay, respect the rules. Listen my comments, okay? Good luck. Back to the corners.
All right, Joe, 16 heavyweight fights tonight. How many stoppages and knockouts do you think we're going to see in these 16 fights?
Well, at least probably half of them. I think that's
Judges.
a safe number to say.
Time.
I mean, I'm hoping
First
those other half are big, exciting wars as well.
Well, we're about to find out. Luigi Gashi wearing the black gloves, RomanKevich in the white gloves. And I wonder if Luigi's brother, twin brothers, backstage watching him right now or focusing on warming up?
Yeah, I think it'd be hard for Astra not to watch. Oh, nice calf kick.
Yeah, that affected RomanKevich right away. And you were pushing that narrative in our fighter meetings. A lot of guys were thinking, what do you think, Joe? And you're like, calf kick, calf kick.
I'm telling you, especially with these big boys, they got big legs, backs, and bellies, some of them. So, I mean, the calf is a great option.
Nice start here for Luigi.
Yeah, he really feels his pressure, and his low kicks are going to be the difference, and he's really chopping away.
Yeah, and it's Luigi's first ever fight in Glory, so you know he's got nerves going through him right now.
Oh, nice combination. Return from Gashi.
Right hook just missing, and downstairs to the calf goes Gashi.
And already RomanKevich is going to have to make adjustments from that calf. You see him already going to southpaw.
Boy, that'll stop you in your tracks, won't it?
Yep, a nice good front kick there. The middle kicks that Gashi's known for. But RomanKevich needs to switch his
and you can
stance.
see the right leg is already compromised. Great start for Gashi as he moves inside.
Stop. Step back. Fight.
Yep, that pressure, nice timing there from Luigi.
Joe, how do you block a calf kick?
Well, it's about turning your toes out. RomanKevich needs to turn his lead foot out, trying to get the shin to block the calf kick, or you got to pull out and evade. One or the other, but Gashi's timing is what's making it a really difficult time. And especially RomanKevich loves his boxing, so every time he boxes, that calf gets damaged.
You can see RomanKevich, he's almost barely able to stand. He's wobbly. He's got to strike now, Joe. By the third round, that calf ain't going to be working.
Yeah, he's going to have to just kind of blast, maybe get heavy with the boxing, but it's easier to say just go southpaw and go, but a lot of fighters don't have that defensibility when they switch their stances.
Gashi has forced RomanKevich to completely change his game plan.
It's nice to see Gashi not overrush things, keep things technical.
Oh boy, he is a wounded animal, and Gashi's going for the kill here with 30 seconds in round one.
I love the composure of Gashi right now, just picking his shots, managing the distance well, good defense.
Yeah, and RomanKevich can't even plant his feet to throw a good power punch.
Oh. Solid right hand there from Gashi.
Yeah, this round has been very, very good for Luigi Gashi.
Stop.
Keys to glory for RomanKevich. I mean, he's got to control that range. Every time he's using his boxing, he's getting that calf kick. So trying to put some combinations together, move, maybe use some feints, and then counter those calf kicks. But RomanKevich does not look like he has the great body language.
Hey, I don't see calf kicks on your keys to victory here.
I use low kicks. I use low kicks instead, you know? So, but it's definitely the calf kicks and his pressure and the timing versus the boxing, which is really impressive. Just finding that spot. You see the redness built up on the shin. But look at that timing. He sits there, he threats with the hands, chops the legs, punches back upstairs, goes down to the calf. Very good first round there for Luigi Gashi.
Second round.
Great job by our production crew to show the damage done. And if you're RomanKevich, you want to come out here 100 miles an hour, I would think.
There's
All 5 judges obviously giving round 1 to Gashi.
Yeah, RomanKevich is going southpaw now, more power combinations. He was trying to switch a lot in that first. Let's see what options his corner's telling him.
RomanKevich told us he was going to give us some flying knees. I don't know if he can jump that high right now.
Yeah, you take the legs, you take away the power, you take their athletic ability away.
Well, RomanKevich does have that knockout power. Over a third of his knockout, or a third of his wins have come by knockout.
Now he's sitting on some punches. Got to do some more of that.
It's got to be so deflating, Joe. You start the fight, and 15 seconds later, your leg's about giving out.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I know it's annoying to hear
Nice
sometimes.
left from RomanKevich.
Yeah, he just has to come forward and throw. He's got to make it messy.
So if you're Gashi, do you just keep firing away down low?
Well, I mean, it's more about countering. He's got to still stay tight defensively and then try to maybe counter RomanKevich instead of trying to be first. He just needs to watch out for those big overhands that RomanKevich likes.
Oh boy, RomanKevich's got to pick his head up or he's going to eat a big knee here in a minute. Some swelling around the right eye of RomanKevich. Big right from Gashi.
Break!
Oh, that one got him good!
Go to the corner.
The sound of that was nasty.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ready?
RomanKevich says he can continue, but how much longer can he keep standing?
Yeah, he's trying to now check with the lead leg. He's trying to keep that calf as far away from Gashi as he can.
Total strikes landed. Look at Gashi. 80%, that's incredible.
Gashi's one calf kick away. One good landing.
Stop!
Gashi keeps looking up at the clock. You wonder if fatigue's going to be a problem for him if they make it to the third.
Well, he seems pretty technical, relaxed so far.
Break!
You can even see RomanKevich can't even sit on his punches anymore.
Good Superman punch there right before the bell from RomanKevich. Glory would like to welcome our new global streaming partner, DAZN, now available in most regions around the world. For those in Netherlands, Glory 99 being offered for free. Right now, just download the DAZN app and register by leaving your name and email address. It is that simple.
You can see from the replays here, it's continuing for Luigi Gashi to kind of set up those calf kicks. With RomanKevich being aware, it's been a little bit harder this round, but he did find it there near that end of that second round, and it was probably one of the more brutal ones he's landed in the fight. The sound echoed in the arena here.
It sounded like he snapped it. Boy, it's gone from red to purple.
Usually takes a while for that. It's bruised very quickly.
So what's the advice you're giving RomanKevich right now?
Well, I don't think there's much advice you can give other than pure heart.
Wait a second.
That calf is bad.
Fight!
That might be one of the worst calf bruising I've seen in a fight.
Wow. I mean, how's he still standing? He's showing a lot of heart just to be there right now.
That's his key right now. Show your heart, keep pressing, try to keep that calf away.
And that's what Gashi's targeting him. Why wouldn't he? There it is again.
The timing with the knee. But RomanKevich needs to stay in this close range as best as he can.
And remember, if a fighter does get a knockout, Joe, they get a KO bonus. So there's some cash on the line here if Gashi can stop it. Will he get an RD Dubai bonus?
Ooh.
High kick, where'd that come from?
He's got to try something different.
Break!
Both Gashi brothers have been training and sparring with Rico Verhoeven. Looks like it's paid off.
Yeah, I mean, to sit there and the confidence you must get from training with Rico.
Oh, spinning back fist, but Gashi had his glove up. Thank God.
That could have been a little stinger there, change things around.
Yeah. Hey, remember, we saw Jamal bin Saddik win a fight with one hand. He'd broken his arm and beat Benjamin Adegbuyi, so stranger things have happened.
Well, you can definitely see that heart of RomanKevich still pressuring, coming forward.
I mean, just making it to the end of round 3 would be a huge accomplishment. And now Gashi with a spinning back. He doesn't need to be doing that, though, does he?
Well, he's just trying. As a fighter, you always want to give it back.
Yeah. Break. I'm just thinking, man, you just focus on that purple leg.
I mean, I just think RomanKevich, the pressure is making it a little harder on Gashi, but...
Well, he's winning this round. I'll give him that. And there's a back fist. That might have got him right on the ear. Gashi's winded, Joe. We talked about that maybe being a problem.
Stand up. Stand up.
RomanKevich was throwing everything at him right now. Head kick, spinning back fist, but one calf kick. This is it.
What heart being shown by RomanKevich.
Stop. No elbow. No elbow.
141 total strikes for Gashi, over doubling the output of RomanKevich. Those are landed.
Stop. Step back. Hey.
Tries the Superman to end the fight.
Stop. Fight. Stop.
So Gashi will win in his glory debut, but RomanKevich made it to the end, and that did not look anything close to certain just a few minutes ago. But what is certain is this man's getting a crack against Rico at Glory 100.
Oh yeah, he's been really social and very vibrant this all week, playing guitars, hyping up things, even getting into a little talking there with Jamal bin Saddik.
Playing guitar, playing the piano,
everything,
cracking jokes. He can do it all. But can he become the heavyweight champion of the world? And the story of this fight, Joe, no doubt about it, the legs of RomanKevich.
Oh yeah, I mean, Luigi Gashi, just a very technical start, finding the time into the calf. RomanKevich having to do a lot of things to adapt, switching stances, pressuring a little bit more. But Gashi in that second round found another calf kick. And then third round, you saw all RomanKevich's heart coming forward, trying everything he can with high kicks, overhand, Superman punch, spinning back fist. And there's that big smile for a win on his debut.
His twin brother will be a happy, happy man. He'll be fighting in a few minutes, but here are our final statistics. Strike selection. You can see RomanKevich targeted the head, and Gashi all about the leg kicks, 31 of 36. And you said in your keys to victory, that's what he had to do.
Yeah, I mean, low kicks, calf kicks, but the calf kick has been a game changer, and Luigi Gashi just setting them up, keeping a nice, active fight. He did a great job on his debut.
So the fans beginning to file in here to the Rotterdam Ahoy. We're expecting a packed house by the time our main card gets underway, but filling in nicely here in Rotterdam. This will be the site of Glory 100. If you didn't know, that'll be a 2-night event. Back-to-back cards on June 13th and June 14th, Friday and Saturday. Saturday night, it's Rico versus Artem for the World Heavyweight title. Friday night, Tariq Kababez defending his light heavyweight title against Maslaboyev. That should be a fantastic scrap. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is our lottery. All 16 balls will be drawn by Tim Hughes to determine where each fighter will enter the tournament at Glory 100. Tim Hughes with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Here's the way the judges see the fight. 3 of them score it 29-27. The 2 remaining judges have it 30-26. It's a unanimous decision, all for your winner, Luigi Gashi. Luigi, step up here. It's time to find out your bracket position as Luigi now advances to Glory 100 here inside Ahoy, coming up on the 13th and 14th of June. His bracket position will be number 10. Bracket position number 10 for Luigi Gashi. One more time. How about a big hand?
I'm here with your winner, Luigi Gashi. What a fight for you. You called the low kicks and the calf kicks, and you got it done tonight. Give me your thoughts on your debut.
Really, man, it's great. It's the best way to win, to make your glory debut. But I have a lot of injuries in the past, so I didn't fight over 3 years. And now I'm back. It's happy to end like this.
How does it feel for you to just qualify for Glory 100?
It's a dream. It's a dream to come to glory. It's a dream. Thank you for the opportunity that I am in the biggest tournament in the world. And now, next to the step.
All right, Luigi, congratulations. We'll see you at Glory 100 in June. Your winner, Luigi Gashi.
So Luigi Gashi, one half of the Gashi twins, advances to Glory 100. There's not much to show you here as we look at the tournament draw, but the first spot has been filled. He'll be in tournament Group C. Can you imagine if his brother gets drawn into the same group? We asked them yesterday what would happen, and they said, we'll fight each other. We never wanted to, we never thought we would, but we agreed if it came to it, it'll be brother versus brother. Cain versus Abel. Can't wait to hype that one up if it happens. Speaking of hyping him up, Nathan Cook, the best Muay Thai fighter in the United Kingdom, makes the switch to kickboxing. His glory debut will be against this man, Bouzid, who's nicknamed Takamura. He lost his glory debut because of a bicep injury. He's 100% healthy and promises a win tonight. Are you kidding me? It's over! He walks right into it. What a shot! He got clipped big time. Oh, he's down. He dropped him. Just like that. Just behind the head.
One spot filled for Glory 100 and our second qualifying bout of the night, scheduled now for 3 3-minute rounds. His debut happened here in Rotterdam back in Glory 92. Please welcome Bouzid.
So here comes the man nicknamed Takamura. I mentioned that he lost his glory debut against Mori Chroma because of a bicep injury, but before that happened, Joe, he looked pretty darn good.
Yeah, I mean, and I asked him, I was like, why the decision to come into the heavyweight division? He goes, I want to get right back in there and show everyone what I'm known for. And he's got great boxing, good technique. So, I mean, I'm excited. Hopefully he's fully healthy to show his full potential.
Yeah, in fact, he recently had some boxing professional bouts. He went 3-0 with 3 knockouts, but he said, listen, my heart's in kickboxing. It's what I love to do the most. He believes this will be his opportunity to get his name known around the world.
Yeah, and coming off that boxing knockout, I'm sure he's going to have a lot of confidence coming in here to throw his hands. He's got good movement, good technique, but putting it all together tonight will be a good key for him.
Signature strike, the uppercut, and I mentioned his record as a boxer. Look forward to seeing what he can do tonight in his heavyweight debut.
This Glory newcomer is known for his spectacular finishes. Here is Nathan Cook.
Chiropractor by day, fighter by night. Out of South London, we don't get a lot of fighters out of the UK, Joe. This guy, a Muay Thai specialist, what do you think he's going to look like in kickboxing?
Well, he's going to be a technical style approach where he's going to kind of use his legs. And for a big guy with those big, powerful legs, they can do a lot of damage. The question is, how is he going to handle the high-paced boxing that Bouzid brings? He's got the height, he's got the size, he's got the technical ability. It's about him showing himself that he can handle this high-paced kickboxing rule set. Nicknamed the Axe, signature strike, the flying knee, and for a big boy, it's really impressive to see.
Here's our tale of the tape. Nathan Cook, 28 years old, 6'6", 260, 23 pounds heavier and 2 inches taller than the Moroccan Bouzid.
Professional experience, a big edge going to Bouzid, 49 to the 9 of Cook. Knockout percentage, both gentlemen in the 80% range.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this tournament bout scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, this accomplished kickboxer, also undefeated as a boxing pro, set to make his second glory appearance. His record, 45 wins with just 4 losses. 36 of those wins have come by way of knockout. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.94 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 237 pounds, 107.7 kilos. He fights tonight for Morocco. Here is Anis Takamura Bouzid. His opponent opposite the ring and fighting out of the white corner comes into the tournament with the fewest fights in the bracket and is here to test himself in his glory debut. His young professional record, 7 wins and 2 losses, but 6 of those 7 wins have come by way of knockout. He is 6 feet 6 inches tall, 1.98 meters, and he weighed in at 260 pounds, 118.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the United Kingdom, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nathan the Axe Cook. And the referee in charge of this bout is Edward Stryker.
Okay, guys, fighting 3 rounds of 3 minutes. 1 clinch, 1 action, and you let go. Yeah, listen always to my comments. And protect yourself at all times. Any questions? No questions? Touch glass. Back to your corner.
You know, Joe, we just learned some terrible news about Nathan Cook. His father died yesterday, and he still insisted that he fight tonight. Can you imagine what's going through his brain right now?
No, I can't even imagine it all, but let's hopefully he can kind of block it out and have to deal with it after. Yeah. I'm sure his father's watching and proud of him.
Wow. You never want to cheer for somebody, Joe, but if there was ever a time you'd like to see a guy maybe get the win, it would be Nathan Cook fighting the day after his dad passed away. Oh, oh my word! Anis Bouzid!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
They wave it off. Heartbreak for Nathan Cook for a number of reasons. Congratulations, though, to Anis Bouzid.
Yeah, Anis Bouzid, it's his boxing, his power combinations. He looked incredible, and that was the question coming in. With a good kicker, it's a good explosive boxer like Anis Bouzid who got the job done, but great combination and great finish.
Well, Bouzid told us he was going to go right after him. He knew that Nathan Cook was inexperienced in kickboxing. He knew Muay Thai fighters like to start slow.
Yeah, that was a big key there. I mean, the slowing start of a Muay Thai fighter, it's quick boxing, it's the overhand, body shot, overhand. Puts Nathan Cook down to the canvas, but look how he slipped off line to throw that overhand. What a counter. Slips off line, finds the overhand. Offline counter, finds the left hook. Rips the body with the level change. That's some high-level boxing right there.
Don't want to take away anything from what Bouzid just did, Joe, but you could tell, even from the walkout and the fighter announcements, Cook's Cook was not in this fight mentally.
No, I mean, just looking at his face, and you can't blame him for that, but, I mean, I just feel terrible, but big smile on Anis Bouzid's face, and he just punched his ticket to June.
And Joe, that was one of the fastest knockouts in Glory history.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first combination. I mean, just the slip-off line like that and find that finish. Really spectacular stuff.
28 seconds into the fight. This one was waved off. Of course, that includes the count from the referee, Edward Stryker. But, hey, he showed up, Joe. He could have easily have gone home to tend to the pressing family matters. So we salute you, Nathan Cook, but Anis Bouzid with the performance of a lifetime. Here's Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. One of the fastest knockouts in Glory history. We have an official time of 28 seconds into that very first round. This one ends by knockout. For your winner, Anis Bouzid. Anis, come with me. Let's find out where you're going to be positioned in the bracket coming up June 13th and 14th here at Ahoy. Anis will take position number 16. Number 16 in the bracket coming up here one more time. How about a hand for your winner here, Anis Bouzid.
I'm here with your winner, Anis Bouzid. It doesn't get better than that on your second Glory performance. Give me your thoughts on your knockout.
On est avec notre vainqueur, Anis Bouzid. Ça peut pas être mieux que ça, cette seconde performance. Donne-moi ton ressenti sur ce KO.
Je suis très heureux. Je suis content d'être revenu au Glory. Et je suis en pleine déposition. Je suis prêt à affronter n'importe qui dans ce tournoi. Je suis vraiment heureux. Et voilà.
I'm very happy. I'm happy to be back in Glory. I'm in full form. I'm ready to fight anybody in this tournament, anyone.
You just punched your ticket to Glory 100. What does that mean for you to fight in the next step of the tournament?
Avec cette victoire, tu vas combattre au Glory 100. Qu'est-ce que ça te fait de combattre au second tour?
Je suis très très content. La dernière fois, j'ai dû m'arrêter à cause de mon biceps. Et là, on va continuer sur cette lancée, j'espère, et on va continuer les grosses victoires comme aujourd'hui.
I'm very happy because last time I had to be stopped because of my biceps, but now I'm going to keep on rolling and the wins are going to keep rolling as well.
Well, I assume all the other heavyweights are going to keep you on watch now. Let's hear for your winner, Anis Bouzid.
He may be coming up from light heavyweight, but man, he looks like a heavyweight, and he certainly hits like one, getting a knockout 28 seconds after the fight began, and he'll be in Group D. Don't know yet who will be in his four-man one-night heavyweight tournament, but he has laid a marker down, that's for sure. I don't think anybody's going to be excited about being drawn number 15 after that performance. And congratulations also to Bouzid, who will get a finish bonus thanks to RD Dubai. Well, coming up next, what a shock, it's another heavyweight fight. Miroslav Vujovic, who fights out of Montenegro, making his Glory debut, a Balkan kickboxing champion, will take on the tallest fighter in the tournament. He's almost 6'10" tall, Colin the Beast George.
More heavyweights are anxious to get into the bracket and into the glory ring tonight in another bout scheduled for three-minute rounds. This tournament tall tower is set to make his second glory start. Here comes Colin George.
They call him the Beast, and you don't need me to tell you why, Joe. Not only is he a huge man, 91% KO ratio.
Yeah, that's 21 knockouts in his 23 wins, which is incredible. He's big, he's strong, he's got great straight punches, and it's about landing it. But a big thing for him coming into this fight, he said in his debut that he just can't wait to land that big one punch. So he's really worked on his conditioning. He says he's dropped about 10 kgs to help work on his conditioning here tonight. So activity is something he wants to bring out in this fight.
Yeah, he said he hasn't been this thin in over a decade. Says he feels reinvigorated. He's been working very hard on his conditioning, and he expects Miroslav Vujovic to come right at him.
Yeah, he had his dad with him, his two sons all fight week with him, and he just seemed extra calm. And I asked him about being extra calm, and he just says the preparation has been done, so he's confident going into this ring right now. The Beast's signature strike is his uppercut, and outside the ring, he's a bodyguard for celebrities, which is a good guy to have behind your back.
Was he walking you around downtown Amsterdam the other day?
No, I'm going to ask him next time, though.
Yeah. You get swarmed by fans.
He enters the tournament on a 2-fight winning streak. Here is Miroslav Vujovic.
We asked Vujovic to describe his style, Joe, and he said, "I am chaotic." Good word.
I mean, he's got to try to be chaotic here against Colin George, but he feels his technique and his speed is going to be the biggest difference here against George, and he's aware how powerful George is, and he thinks it's George's straight punches that he needs to watch out for. So for Vujovic, mixing his strikes, a big key for him.
And he told us Colin is the biggest guy I've ever fought. So uncharted territory here for Vujovic, whose signature strike, he says, "I'm a boxer." Here's our tale of the tape for our third fight of the night. We've already got one knock out and one knockdown in our other fight. What will these two have in store for us? Vujovic, 34 years old, Colin George, 38, but he says, "I feel like I'm in my 20s. You can see the height and reach differentials.
Professional experience, the edge going to Colin George, 35 fights to the 19 of Vujovic. And as we keep saying, that incredible 91% knockout ratio for Colin George, the big stat we're looking at.
This tournament qualifier scheduled for three-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the black corner. This man, one of the tallest in the bracket at 6 feet 9 inches tall. He brings with him a professional record of 23 wins and 12 losses, 21 of those wins coming by knockout. Again, standing 6 feet 9 inches tall, 2.06 meters. He weighed in at fight time at already 269 pounds, 122.1 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Suriname. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Colin the Beast George. His opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a Balkan kickboxing champion, also two-time world champion. His record, 12 wins, 7 losses, 8 of those wins coming by way of knockout. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, 1.98 meters. He weighed in at 243 pounds, 110.7 kilos. He's here tonight, fighting out of Montenegro. Please welcome Miroslav Vujovic. And the third man inside the glory ropes, your referee, Niels Burskin.
Okay, gentlemen, glory fight, no clinching, fight hard, fight clean, and protect yourself at all the times. Shake hands if you like, go back to your corner.
I'll tell you what, we're talking about how big Colin George is. Vujovic isn't that much smaller.
I know, eye to eye, it looked pretty much close.
Yeah. Well, Colin George certainly the favorite here, but Vujovic, an unknown commodity, making his glory debut. Our last fight was only 28 seconds long.
Vujovic starting with his movement, some calf kicks.
Vujovic said I have to watch out for the straight punches from Colin George.
Oh, big kick there from Colin George, who's in the southpaw stance right now.
Nice check from George. A lot of big guys won't even check kicks, Joe.
I know, he's bringing a nice technical approach.
Checked again. I mean, even checking a kick for a normal human being has got to be so painful.
Oh, yeah.
Shin on shin.
I like George trying to set up his power punches, not getting too aggressive with it to start. Both using their kicks to try to set up the hands.
Already some redness on the abdomen of Vujovic, who gets tossed to the ground.
You see how strong Colin George is. Vujovic needs to move. He doesn't want to stay against those ropes. He's going to invite George to do this.
Yeah, George is teeing off on that midsection.
Vujovic needs to kind of draw that power out of George.
Boy, George has done a fantastic job neutralizing those low kick attempts.
Yeah, he's just calculating his pressure. There's a crescent kick. You don't see those very often.
Well, if the guy is stopping all your low kick attempts, Joe, what do?
Well, you could feint the kick, go to your hands, or use your hands to set up the kick.
Big body kick from George. That's a rib cruncher.
Really enjoying how technical George is approaching this fight. Nice high guard, good power kicks, setting up the power hands.
If I'm Vujovic, I'm not sure I want to be standing in the corner.
Yeah, you got to try to bring feints, bring some circling.
Well, he says he's a boxer. He hasn't really let his hands go yet.
And I just think it's a dangerous time. Because, you know, if that reach advantage of George, you don't want to exchange at the same time.
George shaking his head no, like, stop trying to kick my legs. I'm blocking you every time. You like Vujovic lowering his head there while covering up?
I think he's just trying to stay protected. I mean, he doesn't know really what George is going to throw. Is it the power kick, the power boxing? But if he shells up like that, George needs to bring that knee up the middle. Miroslav Vujovic. He needs to use adaptable and change the ranges. Right now, he's kind of just constantly moving, getting against the ropes, so getting off the ropes, trying to use more defense and counters. He's got to bring a more mixed attack. Right now, just the single calf kicks aren't working. Putting the hands behind it will be a big key for him as the fight goes on. Colin George, that height and reach. He's pressuring good, staying very technical, and he is setting up that power, but for me now, he's going to try to have to set it up and try to land that big power shot as we go into the second round.
There's Antonio Plazabat, hoping to have him back sometime later this year, Joe. One of the most exciting heavyweights on the planet.
Oh, yeah. It's his style, his personality. He's what we want in Glory. One of my favorite fighters to watch and hang out with.
He's full of laughs, that's for sure.
Fight!
Unless you're fighting him.
Yeah.
And then it's no laughing matter at all. A seek and destroy type of fighter. And right now, Colin George, despite not really doing a ton, Joe, is just methodically, slowly beating Vujovic down.
Yep, shot by shot, slowly creating some damage. Yeah, I'm feeling George will start opening up with his hands, maybe when he feels his conditioning feeling good.
George mixing his punches and his kicks very well. Not a single punch landed from Vujovic. He's a boxer, Joe.
I mean, he's got to do something. He's waiting way too long. Eventually, Vujovic has to just step in with those hands at one point.
If this was a boxing match, I'd say, why isn't Vujovic getting on the inside and letting his hands go?
Yep, he needs to start putting some combinations together with those hands.
0 for 12. I don't care what sport you're in. That's not a good number. Boy, redness all over the arms, back, stomach. But if you're George, why not? Why pick up the pace? Just do what you're doing, right?
I just think Vujovic is waiting too long, which is allowing George.
Might have a right arm injury.
2, 3, 4, 5.
No, he says he's finished.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
It's over. Colin George has physically broken down Miroslav Vujovic.
Yeah, I mean, from that southpaw power left kick, did some damage on that arm. Vujovic right away knew he won't be able to handle it. Very disappointed look on him, as I'm sure, but Colin George gets his first win in glory.
Yeah, I'm not sure even at 100% healthy the result was in any doubt whatsoever. George just better in every facet.
Yeah, I mean, just confident, calculated pressure, blocking the calf kicks, and just those big power kicks. There's a crescent kick there that went off the forearm. I mean, George threw some big kicks throughout the fight. Who knows which one did the biggest damage, but that could have easily been right there. But disappointed, but Colin George dancing in the ring.
And Joe, I mean, June 13th isn't that far away. Colin George will be fresh as a daisy.
Yeah, I mean, I like the approach. I like that everybody thinks he's going to be this big, aggressive power fighter, but he came with a nice technical approach.
It just wasn't meant to be for Miroslav Vujovic, whose glory debut ends with an arm injury of some sort. But Colin George, he says he's fallen back in love with kickboxing. Joe said after a while it became a job for him. He didn't like doing it, but he lost 10 kilos. He said when he's at the gym, it's a joy for him to be in there.
Oh yeah, he's been smiling all week, having his kids around, but it's those heavy body kicks from Colin George. Like, those are constantly on that arm. Arm kicks are very dangerous strikes. I mean, we've seen it recently with Uku and Jamal Ben Saddik. One arm kick from a big heavyweight leg like that can snap that forearm very easily. We're not sure what the injury is, but when Colin George kicks you, I mean, things are gonna break. Got Ishmael Lant in his corner, another Glory veteran. Imagine sparring with him. That's a perfect person to prepare for the tournament.
So the 91% KO ratio for Colin George has probably gone up to what, 93% now? He has 22 knockouts in 24 wins. So congratulations to the Beast as Tim Hughes makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Niels Burskin has waved off this contest with an official time of 1 minute, 35 seconds of the second round, ruled a knockout for your winner, Colin George. All right, Colin, let's find out where you're going to be placed in the bracket coming up June 13th, June 14th, right here at Ahoy. As Colin George advances now into the tournament bracket, he draws the number 1 ball. That is a number 1. I believe number 1, right? That is a number 1. All right. Colin George, positioned in the number 1 spot, coming up at Glory 100. One more time. How about it for Colin George?
I'm here with your winner, Colin George. Everybody's scared of your power, man, but you look like a real good technician out there.
Thank you. Coming from you, this is a big compliment.
So give me your thoughts on this performance.
Better than the last one. I'm not going to say so much, bro. James Lewis, Daddy loves you. And we're coming. See you in June.
All right, let's hear it for your winner, the Beast, Colin George.
By the way, I did the math. 22 knockouts and 24 wins is 91.67 KO ratio, which you do round up, so he's now at 92%. Either way, just making it to the end of a fight against Colin George is statistically very challenging. But Joe, as he joins me back here ringside, and we look at the brackets here, the #1 position goes to Colin George. I mean, who wants to be #2?
I know, that's going to be a tough one, but it's shaping up nicely. They're spreading around, and it's going to fill up. I'm excited to see as we slowly fill in those brackets.
And while it wasn't the highlight reel knockout that we just saw earlier from Anis Bouzid, Colin George with the stoppage will get a finish bonus from RD Dubai. All right, coming up next, the other Gashi twin, Astrid Gashi, who already has a win here in Glory, will put that on the line as he enters the last heavyweight standing tournament to take on Bashiri, who fights out of Morocco and trains out of Mike's gym. Are you kidding me? It's over!
Time for qualifying bout #4 on the evening, and again it is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. This man's career highlights include a big win over Errol Zimmerman. Here is Nidal Bashiri.
Well, the knock against the man nicknamed the Soldier, Joe, is that he hasn't been fully committed, hasn't made smart fight decisions of where to fight, when to fight, but since coming to Mike's gym, he says he's figured it out.
Yeah, I mean, he's found that confidence in himself. He says being at Mike's, he's got good training, he's got good sparring partners, so he's got an all-time confidence coming here as Mike lets him into the ring. He's fought a lot of big Glory fighters outside of the organization, so he's got that confidence, and he was originally supposed to fight in Glory a few years ago, but he enters here for his debut in the biggest, baddest tournament.
Says he's a boxer, regional heavyweight champion in Belgium and the Netherlands. He was a former Fusion champ. Joey had some scraps over in that company. One jumps out to mind, Rade Opicic, who we'll see later tonight. That didn't go his way, but he says he's a different fighter now under Mike.
He began his Glory campaign with a technical knockout just short of the bell in round 1 at Glory 93. Please welcome back Astrid Gashi.
And no, you're not seeing double. This is Astrid Gashi. Can the brothers make it 2 for 2 tonight, as Luigi won our first fight of the night by unanimous decision? He said he didn't know if he would watch his brother fight or not, said he might be too nervous. But here he is, Joe, and he's got a big fight against Nidal Bashiri.
Yeah, in his last fight, we just seen Colin George. It was Astrid who beat Colin George in his last fight. He's on a 2-0 Glory streak with 1 finish, so he's coming in with good momentum.
Yeah, that fight against Colin George, one of the craziest fights of last year. Fighting out of Belgium by way of Albania. It's interesting, the Albanian flag has a double-headed eagle.
Yeah,
it's like the two twins.
I like that. Good observation. Once again, they spent some time training with Rico Verhoeven in preparation for these fights tonight.
Here's our tail of the tape for our fourth fight of the night. Gashi, 29 years old, 6'6", 266. He'll have a 6-inch reach advantage over the Moroccan Nadal Bashiri.
Professional experience, pretty similar. One fight edge going to Bashiri, 24-23. The knockout advantage, 50% going to Astrid Gashi.
This tournament qualifier again scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Let's meet the fighters. Introducing first, fighting out of the black corner, he is a Dutch and Belgium heavyweight champion, making his glory debut tonight. As a professional, 19 wins, 4 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 4 career knockouts. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, 1.92 meters, and he weighed in at 269 pounds, 122.1 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Morocco, ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nadal, the Soldier, Bashiri. Now his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, the other half of the Fighting Gashi brothers, undefeated in 2 prior glory appearances. His record, 18 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, and 9 career knockouts. Standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, 1.98 meters, he weighed in at fight time at 266 pounds, 120.7 kilos. Fighting out of Albania, here is Astrid Gashi. And the referee in charge of this bout, Tomislav Novosel.
Fighters. Gentlemen, you know the rules. Please follow my command. Fair play. Touch your gloves. Step back.
A reminder, we're about 50 minutes away from our main card. You can see it live on DAZN around the world, including here in the Netherlands. Watch it absolutely free. Download the DAZN app right now. Here we go. Astrid Gashi in the white gloves, Bashiri in the black.
I'm expecting Gashi to come out the same way as his brother Luigi. Pressure, good low kicks and calf kicks. And then ultimately looking for those big power punches. Bashiri's gonna try to come in more aggressive with his hands. Make it a scrappy fight.
If you didn't see Astrid Gashi's brother Luigi 3 fights ago, he dismantled the leg of RomanKevich, dropping him with calf kicks.
Definitely similar strategies tonight.
Nice start for Astrid.
Astrid gaining really good momentum in the glory ring. 2-0 right now, looking to make it 3. Nice combination. He's using those kick feints to set up the hands, which I really like.
A couple of nice low kicks there from Bashiri, but certainly Gashi getting the better of things through the first minute.
Ooh. You can see a lot of that feinting work from Gashi's coming from Rico Verhoeven training. Bashiri trying to disrupt that rhythm with his pressure.
Is it better, Joe, if you plant your foot and press it into the canvas when you're absorbing one of those calf kicks, or to pick it up off the ground and let it flail?
Well, it depends, but I would say lifting it up because it kind of takes away some of the power from it. But if it hits that right spot and it's already damaged, you're going down regardless. It's just that consistency on the same part of the calf. That one a little high.
Oh, good right hand to the body from Gashi, then upstairs.
Bringing out the level changes.
There's a nice combination.
Yeah, he needs to put those combos together. Bashiri loves to scrap. He's got to make it messy here.
Well, Bashiri talked about how valuable the sparring has been at Mike's gym. He's in there with killers, Joe.
Yeah, he said it was tough at first, and then he says his momentum came as he improved through those sparring sessions.
I wouldn't even want to be there against the welterweight Chico Quasi. That guy will light you up too.
Yeah.
I've heard he is a bear to spar
yeah,
with.
the heavyweights have all said it too.
Break. Step back.
There's Big Mike, owner of Mike's Gym, one of the premier kickboxing gyms in the world here in Amsterdam, or close to Rotterdam and Amsterdam.
Good eyes from Gashi.
It was a rough start to the round for Bashiri, but he seemed to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, he got more comfortable as the round went on. Started feeling the power, the size, the pressure of Gashi. Keys for Gashi. He needs to keep that calculated pressure. He can't just open up. He needs to set up his big shots. He's got to mix his weapons just like he's doing. His hands with his calf kicks, with his middle kicks. And then ultimately keep trying to find that calf to set up those power shots. So far, I think a decent round there for Gashi. Bashiri, he needs to control that range. He can't let Gashi push him around. He's got to use boxing counters if he can and shut down those calf kicks. He's going really boxing heavy, but he's found some calf kicks himself in that first round, so he's got to continue to mix them together.
All three fights tonight have been won by the black corner.
Lucky corner tonight.
Well, let's see if Bashiri can keep that train rolling. As he lands a right hand, Gashi waved him in.
That rocked him a little bit.
Yeah.
He saw his eyes roll a little bit. He's got to keep his technical approach, but I like the excitement it's bringing.
All five judges giving round one to Gashi. No relation to Gokhan Saki. Sounds like Gashi, Saki, combine those together.
Nice counter there from Bashiri.
Yeah, I think Gashi might still be a little buzzed.
Yeah, I think Bashiri needs to look to counter. Got to get Gashi to throw and then kind of slip offline and counter with the hands. Or try to, when Gashi kicks, Bashiri needs to throw his hands.
Pretty even numbers, Joe. In fact, Bashiri's landed one more strike.
And that one big shot now has made Gashi aware and maybe slow down a bit, but he's whipping those legs.
I don't know if Bashiri just wants to stay at mid-range, does he? There you go.
He's finding some good success. If he's going to sit in mid-range, he's going to have to counter.
We saw that overhand right coming. And if this Gashi is anything like his brother Luigi started getting tired in that third round. Good check there, the calf kick.
Nice right hand from Bashiri.
Mike yelling in the corner for Bashiri to go after him. They think that he's compromised. They think they can get him.
Definitely a way better round with a nice left hook.
You see the footwork of Gashi. He just doesn't seem all there. Bashiri, this will be the biggest win of his career. He can't afford to get tired, Joe.
Bashiri's just pressuring, eating the shots, and then coming back. Bashiri's tough.
Yeah. I don't know what the conditioning is like for Bashiri, but this fight seems like it's his for the taking, Joe.
Yeah, it's slowly kind of going his way.
Gashi slowing down on his strikes. Bashiri just not letting his hands go. Nice jab.
You can even see Gashi reacting to the calf kicks as well. He's kind of sitting on them now, so they might be adding up as well.
Good round for Bashiri. Well, Glory Shop is your shopping destination for all the latest Glory gear and merchandising. Visit gloryshop.com.
See Bashiri really start off with that nice right hand. You see Gashi's body language rock a little bit. But Bashiri trying to counter, looking for uppercuts. Did a great job at pressuring Gashi this round. It's exhausting to push a big boy like Astrid around, but did a great job that second round.
Hey Londen, alles kan je hele leven veranderen. Gaan! Alles met je happy.
All right, soon we will see the judges' scores and know exactly where we stand. It's round 3. The first round, all 5 judges gave to Gashi. 3 giving to Gashi in the second, only 2 to Bashiri. What do you think about that?
Well, I thought Bashiri landed the biggest shot with that right hand, so I probably would have given it to him in that round, but I can see how it split.
Nice flurry there from Bashiri, but he needs a knockdown here.
And he needs to kind of keep that pressure, keep trying to counter. Could be up to his activity, who's in better shape. Astrid just threw like 4 or 5 calf kicks in a row.
Yeah, Bashiri may be letting Gashi empty his tank a little bit to try and close strong. Keep in mind, Luigi Gashi and Astrid Gashi could be drawn into the exact same heavyweight tournament bracket. Nice left uppercut from Bashiri.
Bashiri needs to set those overhands up a little bit. He's just winging them too much, wasting too much energy, missing like that. Yeah, the jab and then throw that overhand right.
Break, step back. Step back, guys.
Bashiri's gonna have to dig deep. He needs a knockdown, Joe. 3 judges have him down 2-0. Oh, nice trip. He threw that low kick perfect.
Which is illegal. You can kick the leg out, but he kind of swept it out a little bit.
Spinning back fist, nobody home for Bashiri. Can he find that magic punch? He almost tried to catch that kick.
I'm like, be careful.
If you lean down, you might get kicked right in the face. That was the chance to land that left hook. Bashiri gave him an opportunity. Excuse me, Gashi gave him the opportunity.
Oh, Bashiri trying that big overhand.
Bashiri find the strength, the stamina to throw 1 or 2 big combinations. He needs it now or never. Left hook lands. Gashi exchanging at the bell, but not enough time for Bashiri. Or so you would think. You never know as this one goes to the scorecards. Who do you think got that 3rd round?
Oh, that's a tough one, but I think still probably split, but I'm maybe going slight edge to Gashi there. But still a great round, exciting one, both back and forth. When Gashi was technical and sharp, the calf kicks were good, the distance management. Then he ate that right hand and things kind of slowly changed a little bit from that right hand. We saw Bashiri come in, find some good combinations, nice counters. I like the way he was level changing, found that uppercut a few times. But those combinations were good. Gashi continued to call him down as he kept chopping those legs over and over again, but definitely a good fight in a lot of respect.
Some people say he looks like you in the face. fact, you told me that, didn't you? You said, hey,
that was Bouzid, they were saying.
Well, Bashiri's kind of got your same haircut and body style. Hey. You've got a six-pack right now. All right, hey, here's our strike count, 65 of 134 with the punches. Gashi focusing on the kicks. Total strikes, so Bashiri outlanding him by a pretty substantial margin.
Yeah, he went after it, put that volume together.
So two things to keep in mind here. One, who won the fight? It looks like it's going to be Gashi. And two, what numbered ball will be pulled out? Will he be in the same bracket as his brother?
I'm ideally probably thinking the whole time, please don't be Luigi, please don't be Luigi, please don't be Luigi. I mean, that's the last thing they want.
We are live at the Rotterdam Ahoy. We've been here many times before. We'll be back again in June for the two-night affair at Glory 100. If he draws number 9, by the way, Gashi, he will fight his brother. If he gets 10, 11, or 12, he'll be in the same bracket. Tim Hughes has the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout goes the distance, so we go to the judges' scorecard. Let's look at the totals from our 5 ringside judges. One judge scores the bout 29-28, Bashiri. One judge has it 29-28, Gashi. And the 3 remaining judges also score the bout 29-28 for your winner by split decision, Astrid Gashi. Astrid now advances to the tournament along with his twin brother. You're not seeing double, they are identical twins. It's time to find out where you sit in the bracket. Coming up at Glory 100, scheduled for June 13th and 14th. It is the number 8. You will sit at number 8 in the bracket. Coming up in just a couple of months. Congratulations one more time, Astrid Gashi.
I'm here with your winner, Astrid Gashi. That's 3-0 in Glory. How did you feel about this fight?
Man, I feel very, very good. First of all, I want to thank Robbie. Robbie, thank you, man, thank you. Then, it was a rematch with this guy. I lost the first one, but now I show him my real level.
Well, you just picked number 8 for the tournament. If you had number 9, that would have been your brother, so we're one number off. Give me your thoughts on fighting at Glory 100 and advancing in the tournament.
Man, it's a dream becoming true. I live for this. I can only do this. I try everything in my life. I can nothing else, just this.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing you in June. Your winner, Astrid Gashi.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Faleminderit shumë për mbështetje. Ju dua shumë. Kom ju bo krenar. Dhe se të marrë rrypin e botës. Kismet.
One number away from having to fight his brother. That would have been incredible. So here's the way the tournament looks right now. We fill in that Group B spot at number 8. So every group has one fighter in it now. Tim's done a nice job distributing the wealth, so to speak. But our next fight, someone will know who they could possibly face in a tournament. This man fighting out of Italy, it's Yuri Farcus making his Glory debut. We're gonna have Joe try and speak some Italian here. He's from Sicily. He'll be taking on this monster out of Iran, Iraj Azizpour, the Iranian Hammer. That fight is next.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this tournament qualifier is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. He became an international tournament champion in China, making his first glory appearance. Here is Iraj Azizpour.
Iraj Azizpour. Don't let that smile fool you. In the ring, this guy is a terror. Look at that record, Joe, 69-7.
Yeah, and he's just a fun fighter to watch, just outside of the ring with his personality, but inside the ring, he's got big overhands, explosive, powerful, and he just tries to take your head off, and he brings a lot of excitement in the ring, so I'm excited to see him make his glory debut.
He does have a major international tournament win. He did that in China. Has career wins over RomanKevich, Anderson Silva, and Ollie Thompson. 36 years old, but says he's still getting better. Don't let the gray hair fool you. He said, I can always dye it.
Iraj Azizpour has won major international tournaments all over the world, even outside of China. He likes the spinning back fist, but watch his big overhands that he's known for.
This full contact world champion arrives from Italy for his debut in the Netherlands tonight. Here is Yuri Farcus.
It's hard to yell when the barrel's in your mouth. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
So we say ciao to Yuri Farcus. Joe, what is your message to this Italian?
Well, I'm excited to see him. He's built like a nice bodybuilder. He's strong, he's powerful, he can switch stances. Like you said earlier, I'm just excited to see some Italian fighters representing glory. I am Canadian, don't get me wrong, but my family's Italian, so I'm excited and proud to see him in there.
Do you know the Italian national anthem?
I do not.
But you do know Forza Italy, right?
Yeah, I say Forza.
Forza. Yuri Farcus says just being in this tournament is fantastic, promises to go forward and push hard, a tournament champion in Romania, and holds an ISKA title. Here's our tale of the tape for this, our 5th fight of the night in our prelim finale. Farcus, 30 years old, 6'1", 243, compared to Iraj Azizpour, who weighs 273 pounds and will have a 2-inch reach advantage.
With professional experience at massive edge, going to Azizpour, 76 fights to the 17 of Farcus. Farcus, 46% knockout ratio, but that 39% in 76 fights for Azizpour is still very impressive.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two heavyweights are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, standing on my left and fighting out of the black corner, one of the most experienced entries in the tournament with 76 career fights, consisting of a record of 69 wins and just 7 losses. 27 big knockouts on his career. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 1.88 meters, and he weighed in at fight time at 273 pounds, 123.7 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Iran, ladies and gentlemen, it's Iraj Azizpour. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner, a Romanian tournament champion, also making his glory debut. His record, 13 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, and 6 career knockouts. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, 1.86 meters, he weighed in at 243 pounds, 110.3 kilos. He's here tonight, fighting out of Italy. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Yuri Farcus. And the referee in charge of this bout, Niels Verskin.
Gentlemen, glory fight, no clinching, fight hard, fight clean, and protect yourself at all the times. Shake hands if you like. Go back to your corner.
This could be a rock'em sock'em.
Yep, I think so.
Azizpour so excited to be
Time
here.
ready? Fight!
Has promised to entertain, not just win. Let's see what Yuri Farcus, the Italian in the white gloves, has in store. Azizpour in the black.
Both quick, both explosive. You can see how fast when they open up their combinations and strikes are. Farcus, you see, as a stance switcher.
Azizpour got that left leg up pretty good. Nice body kick there from Farcus.
Nice strong left kick from Farcus. As he switches stances back to orthodox.
Low kick there from Farcus.
Wait.
I'm not sure you want to target the body of Azizpour. It looks pretty rock solid. Got to go to those legs and the chin. Good right cross from Farcus.
Yeah, I put that together very nicely. Azizpour ate it well.
Ooh, that might have been low. It was low. Boy, howdy. Right on the wrong button. Man.
Instant reaction from Farcus. Wow.
He's gonna need at least a full 5 minutes.
That doesn't look great.
Not exactly the night Farcus thought he would be having.
No. I mean, that could take a lot of momentum out of you. He's coming in hard, powerful, aggressive.
Take your time.
You ever been kicked like that?
Oh, yeah. Many times.
How long does it take you to kind of get over it?
It just depends.
That's not
You never know.
Well,
are you ready?
Farcus says he's ready. Azizpour gives him the bro hug. But let's see if it affects Farcus. How could it not?
Farcus is built like a brick house.
Oh, Farcus is tired of this. He wants to get him out of there. They're both sitting down on their punches.
Right.
Azizpour trying to exit head kick.
Azizpour reached out and said, I wanted to be in this tournament. Good uppercut there from Farcus.
Yeah, Farcus landed a big right hand. He's constantly switching stances, so you don't really know what attack is coming.
No holding. Fight.
Azizpour can't complain too much. He just grabbed your foot. You kicked him right in the groin.
Tap hands as gentlemen and then whip bombs at each other, trying to knock each other out.
Yeah, this fight's looked like how we thought it would. Two guys going for the KO. Is that a look at the clock for Farcus? There, right hand right on the button.
Yeah, he's landed a couple times.
Azizpour's face, though, looks like a tank. I don't know if he's got an iron chin.
Azizpour really going for that head kick. But he's really known for those quick overhands.
Farcus knocked out Ishmael Launch recently. He said it was the greatest victory in his best fight. He didn't throw any kicks hardly in that fight because he said he couldn't get his leg up high enough.
Step back.
He's been throwing a lot of kicks here against Farcus.
Yeah, he's loving that head kick.
No holding, guys.
That Farcus right hand might be the biggest shot so far.
Yeah, this is a tough round to score.
Yeah.
And if I'm a judge, it's that close, do you maybe say, hey, the guy who got kicked low, maybe I give it to him?
That could be one of the deciding factors. For him to come back and still do so well, yeah. Very close round.
All right, so here's Bazooka Joe's keys to victory.
Well, for Farcus, he's got to manage the distance, right? We know how dangerous Azizpour is with those overhands and now these height kicks today, but Farcus doing a good job at using his defense and trying to power out of it. And one of my favorite things he's doing right now is his stance switching, making it really difficult for Azizpour to see what's coming. Very good natural stance switcher. Azizpour, confident pressure. He's coming forward, he's being confident. He's got to try to maybe use a little bit more counters to find those overhands, and he needs to try to find explosive counters to go after it. He needs to use that speed, explosivity.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get 2 rounds much like that one, minus the low blow.
Okay, second round, fight!
See how the judges scored it here in a minute. Ooh, nice left. 4 of the 5, giving it to the Italian.
Oh, Azizpour with that right hand.
Oh, that straight right may have buzzed Farcus.
Man, Farcus will go out on his shield if he needs to.
They both will. Spinning back fist connects. Perfectly timed from Azizpour.
That's his signature strike.
Right.
He called it.
Right.
And he threw it at the perfect time. Good combination there from Farcus, and he nails another right cross.
As he just sprayed blood out of his nose.
Farcus has some great boxing skills.
And they come quick, they're countered. Big, heavy right hand. Look at Farcus's right hand.
Oh, and again he hits it, and down goes Farcus!
2, 3, 4.
Beautiful timing on that spinning back fist.
I'm done. 7, 8, 9.
He's not gonna make it up! Azizpour with a sensational glory debut, spinning back fist KO.
He was calm, he was patient, boom, he lands the first one. Stays patient, mixes things up, finds it again, and got the finish. That explosive spinning back fist, how quick and how fast it is, just crazy.
What a personality. And what a performance from the Iranian Hammer. And Joe, spinning back fists don't get much better than the one we're about to see. Right there.
Bang. Nicely on the glove, good timing, right with the circling. Oh, as it was Farcus through the kick, even better timing.
That was the first spinning back.
Yeah. I mean, that could have looked, it has to hit the back. It was a tough one there, but.
Has to hit the back of the glove.
Yep, that's clean. I'm giving it, that's clean.
And you know the heart that Farcus has, that shot must have put him in la-la lands for him not to get up.
I do like his style, though. I think he'd be a great glory fighter to have, and look at the types of war and action he brings. So just fantastic to see, you know, Azizpour get the win, but still pretty impressed there with Farcus and how tough and durable and how he comes to fight.
Hey, let me tell you something. A couple of guys have won already tonight and booked their spots, but I think Azizpour can really make some noise in this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, he could have easily been put as one of the up-and-comers to watch, but he's got all that experience, over 70 professional fights, and he's the perfect guy to have as the baddest man.
Yeah, 70 career wins now for Azizpour as Tim Hughes makes this official.
Ladies and gentlemen, you watched it as it happened. This bout comes to an abrupt end with an official time of 1 minute, 17 seconds of that second round, and ends by knockout for your winner, Azizpour. Iraj, let's find out where you are placed in the bracket for Glory 100 coming up June 13th and 14th. It is.
Oh my God.
the number 13. Number 13, coming up at Glory 100. Congratulations once again. How about a hand for your winner, Iraz Azizpour.
He loves him some Tim Hughes.
Oh, yeah, who doesn't?
He was more excited about the introductions earlier than pretty much anything else. But, man, I'm excited about this guy. Spinning back fist, massive power, great high kicks. What's not to like?
And he's a character, too. He's got a great personality. He's trying to hype the crowd up, smiling. Very great addition to the Glory roster.
All right, let's see where he fits in at Glory 100. 4 different one-night, 4-man tournaments. He'll be across the bracket from Anis Bouzid, who picked up a 28-second knockout earlier tonight.
I mean, already you're starting to see how the matchups are going to play. This is really exciting the way Glory put this format together.
And another knockout finish bonus, this time for Azizpour, presented by RD Dubai. They're going to go broke tonight. They're going to have to cancel their sponsorship. They're out of money. 3 of our 5 fights have ended by KO. And again, special thanks to RD Dubai. Visit rddubai.com to learn more about investing in Dubai real estate. We'll be back with more from our Glory 99 prelims live from Rotterdam.
Undisputed.
You cannot count him out. I just told you.
Shocks the world.
Has his dream come true? Future star being born right before our eyes.
And still.
Just dropped the monster. What a stunner. As smooth as you like. And the head kick sends him down.
Champion of the world.
Tank will just boss you around if you let him. Out of nowhere. Are we about to crown a new champion?
It's the king.
Buckle your seatbelt, folks.
His reign over the division now dates back to April of 2013.
We welcome you back to Rotterdam at the Ahoy Arena. And man, fireworks galore. We've already seen one of the fastest knockouts in Glory history. We just saw a spinning back fist KO from Iraz Azizpour. Let's look at the tournament brackets once again. At Glory 100, over 2 nights, there will be 4 4-man, 1-night tournaments. You got to win 2 fights in the same night. Here's the way things are shaping up. We'll get the rest of our entrants and our main card, which starts here in about 16 minutes. It's Glory 100, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've been with us since the beginning or near the beginning, you know that Glory has been built on the backs of some fantastic tournament champions. Heavyweight tournaments have always been the pinnacle of kickboxing, and Glory has hosted some of the biggest tournaments right from its beginning, starting with the Heavyweight Grand Slam at Glory 4 in Tokyo.
Gentlemen, this year promises to end with a BAM!
The 16-man, 1-night tournament had some of the biggest names in the sport competing, like Peter Arts, Remy Bonyaski, 4-time World Grand Prix winner Simi Schilt, and Gokhan Saki.
Away. Get out of harm's way, the sitting target.
The tournament also saw some young, exciting new heavyweights entering the world stage, like 23-year-old Rico Verhoeven.
Gonna show I'm an all-round kickboxer.
Right uppercut from Verhoeven.
And 22-year-old Jamal Ben Saddik.
And it's just what from the beginning till the end.
Body kick and the straight right hand, and down goes Bonyaski.
Although they'd later find success in tournaments, this was still the era of the high tower, Simi Schilt, who knocked out Daniel Guida in the final to secure his 5th heavyweight Grand Prix tournament title.
I dreamed of it, but then it still has to happen, and it happened.
1 night, 7 heavyweight fights,
to become the Glory Heavyweight Tournament champion.
It wasn't until 2018 that Glory returned to the Heavyweight Grand Prix format with an 8-man tournament, when at Glory 62, Ben Saddik fought for a chance to face the champ Verhoeven. He started off well with a TKO victory over Junior Tafa.
20 seconds to go for Tafa. Tafa keeps showing that it's low, but it looks like they're to deliver. There it is. It's over.
It's my game plan, like I said, always balance my fight, so it's not something special or something.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules that you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Got any questions? Touch gloves if you like. Switch back.
In the semifinal, he had a dominant performance against Guto Innocence to secure his spot in the tournament final.
Oh, nice 1-2. Big right hand connects. And on the left, and Guto's running backwards. Here comes Saddik. He's mixing in his knees.
Jamal Ben Saddik.
Like always, I want to give the audience a good night, a good fight, and I hope they're gonna enjoy the fight.
On the other side of the bracket, it was 3-time tournament winner Benjamin Adegbuyi, who first dealt with Arik Rocha. Before delivering a fight of the night performance in the semifinal by knocking out Jafar Wilness in the dying seconds of the fight.
Here comes Wilness, still walking forward. Couple good jabs.
Yeah, we know he's a tough fighter. I want to thank him for the third time that he gave me this spot inside the ring. A tough one, so thank you, Jeff.
Only 2 big men remain in our 8-man tournament, and it's time to find out who will be the last man standing in your main event of the evening.
So in the final, it was the #1 and #2 ranked heavyweights slugging it out for the green belt.
Jamal Ben Saddik versus Benjamin Adegbuyi for the tournament final. Here we go in Rotterdam. Oh, big power shots.
Drama occurred in the beginning of the fight when Ben Saddik seemed injured, forcing him to fight with only his left hand.
Left-handed again. Let's cover. Let's go right through the guard. And here he is batting away again. And now Adegbuyi fights back. Has him in the corner. High kick. And Boy's hurt. He keeps touching his nose, but that's when Saddiq's firing. He knocks it down. Adegbuyi 5, 6.
You know, I want to fight Rico again. It's 1-1, so I hope Rico accept the fight immediately and take this fight and fight with me again.
In 2024, Glory again held an 8-man tournament, and this time, champion Rico Verhoeven entered the field of contenders. The king of kickboxing cruised his way to the final by first defeating Sofian Lauduni.
What happens now when you go backstage?
We try to stay warm, keep moving, look at where the damage is at my other opponent, and then move on from there.
And in the semifinal, seemingly effortlessly dealing with Nabil Khachab.
Final, Rico Verhoeven.
On the other side of the bracket, Levi Richters had to deal with a lot more adversity on his way to the final. In both his fights, he delivered and received knockdowns. First against Uku Urindal.
Richters tried to land a knee. Look at these two going right. And Uku, just like that.
Now this is like a calf kick game.
Oh! There's power from Levi Richters, and he's just dropped the monster.
And in the semifinal against Bahram Rajabzadeh.
Being expended right now by the Golden Wolf, though. Oh, and a big knee sits him down. Big knee from Richters.
Yeah, who knows? Toe, rib, could be so many different things.
And did that count as a knockdown? Does it count as a knockdown? Yes, it does.
But the Prince weathered the storm and got his dream fight against the King.
This is my dream scenario, and I'm living the dream now. One step away, and I'm gonna make the dream come true.
In the final, Rico seemed to make quick work of Richter's, scoring 2 knockdowns in the opening round.
Touch glass, take a step back.
Oh, an uppercut. And down goes Levy. And he's down again.
But in the second round, Richter's was close to delivering the upset of the century by almost finishing Verhoeven.
And just put the leg.
And it dropped the king down. And he's in trouble.
It was, however, the champ who finished the fight in fashion, winning the tournament and becoming the first heavyweight since Simi Schilt to simultaneously become champion and Grand Prix winner.
Levy survived this round.
That'll do it.
That's it.
That will do it.
These tournaments, man, they are next level. Oh my God, but I'm happy they're back and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Rico Verhoeven.
Glory would like to welcome our new global streaming partner, DAZN, now available in most regions around the globe. For those in the Netherlands, Glory 99 is being offered for free on DAZN. Just download the app and register by leaving your name and email address. It's that simple. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a night it has been so far. 5 fights, Joe, 3 of them ending by knockout. It's pretty much what we expected.
Yeah, I mean, when heavyweights fight, we want knockouts, and they've delivered. And even those decision fights, there's a lot of great action, so I'm expecting more of that tonight as well.
Yeah, let's give you the results so far. 5 fights happened tonight in our prelim card. Another 11 coming up just under 7 minutes from now on our main card here at Glory 99. Both Gashi brothers getting decision wins, Joe, but which one of these fighters impressed you the most?
Well, you gotta give something to Anis Bouzid. The way he came out there in 28 seconds to get that big knockout, that was something special. But Azizpour was fun with that action and the spinning back fist.
The first fight of the night, Joe, was all about the calf kick.
Yeah, I mean, he set it up perfectly. Luigi Gashi got it done by chopping away those legs.
And then he drew ball number 10. Then a quick KO and a devastating one at that. 28 seconds is all it took.
Yeah, it was just incredible. Good counter.
And then the tallest competitor in this tournament, Colin George, just beat the brakes off Vujovic, and it looked like a pretty bad right arm injury.
Yeah, I mean, big, strong, and he came out really technical, so he's going to be fresh going into June.
And Arslan Gashi came out in a pretty good back and forth fight against Bashiri, but in the end, both Gashis advanced, and thankfully for their family, they don't have to fight each other.
Yeah, and then we saw Azizpour with that spinning back fist. The tough Italian couldn't take it as he ate that shot and hit the canvas.
Yeah, like you said though, Farcus, a really exciting heavyweight. Hope to see him back in Glory here pretty soon as Araj drew lucky number 13. So here's the way that the 4-man tournaments are set up at Glory 100. It's a 2-night event. It's a 4-man, 1-night tournament. 4 of them, Group A, Group B, Group C, and Group D. All these places will be filled out when all is said and done later tonight here after Glory 99. So here's the fight card coming your way in 5 minutes, live around the world on DAZN. Joe, the Romanian tank kicks things off in a rematch of a Fight of the Year contender against Cihat Kopenik.
Oh, their first fight was incredible. Kopenik says he's gonna change things up, he's got the answer today, but when Janku hits you, he can put you out anytime.
Also, Tomas Mozny is back, the Slovakian giant, against a very charismatic and dangerous Sina Karimian.
Yeah, Sina, if you watch the press conference, he was all about building excitement. He's a big star in Japan, and he's really looking to make a big name here in Glory.
Yeah, let's see if the Iranians can go 2 for 2 tonight. Elsewhere, Sofian Lauduni is back, taking on the extremely tall and dangerous Primachov. But Joe, a fan favorite, Nabil Kachab, the tank from Morocco, taking on Milos Svetichanin.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest weight differential. You know, Milos Svetichanin, he's a light heavyweight, moving up to heavyweight to take on the biggest heavyweight that we have on the roster.
And Rade Opacic, 9 straight wins, Joe, a very dangerous fighter.
Oh, I was so excited when we signed him. He's a great heavyweight kickboxer who fights like a middleweight. He's good, he's talented, but he's in for a tough one against Pereira Horta, who's going to sit in your face and pressure you the entire time.
Yeah, Nico Horta, nicknamed Big Sexy. And then our 3 final fights, Joe, you think these will be perhaps the best fights of the night? How can you go wrong with Tariq Osaro and Benjamin Adegbuyi?
I mean, this is the perfect fight. Tariq Osaro wanted Benjamin when he first signed to Glory. Adegbuyi, the veteran of the tournament, and he's a tournament champion multiple times, so he's coming in with a lot of confidence. But Bahram Rajabzadeh is the one I'm sure a lot of people are excited to see as well.
Yeah, and Brian Dallas, the only fighter in this tournament that will be carrying the Netherlands flag. There's a lot of fighters who are Dutch that will be carrying other flags, including Jamal Ben Saddik out of Morocco. What do you think about his main event fight?
Well, I mean, I think Jamal Ben Saddik, everyone's expecting him to win, but Cristian Ristea is tough, he's durable, and I think he's got a great shot. I mean, if he can get out of the first round with Jamal, you know, we could have maybe a decision or a good finish as well.
All right, before we completely turn our attention to our main card, from the fighters that advance in the prelims, which one do you think can go farthest in the tournament as we move towards the December 8-man finale?
Well, that's a tough one. I mean, the way Bouzid came out with his hands, but from that one, I'm going to think Astrid Gashi so far. I mean, the way he's impressive, his calf kicks, I think 3-0 in Glory right now, he's got a good chance at making it through.
Okay, and as far as the main event card, I mentioned the Tariq Osaro versus Benjamin Adegbuyi fight, but which one do you think could steal the show if it's not that fight?
Well, if it's not that fight, I'm still have to go with my up-and-comer, Rade Opacic. I think if he can perform the way we've seen him in the past, he's going to open up a lot of eyes in the tournament.
You know, a lot of times the early fights can kind of give you a hint as what we're going to see throughout the night. From what we saw earlier here, what can fans expect for the final 11 fights here from Rotterdam?
Well, I think we're going to still see a lot of that. I bet you the guys backstage are watching, they're motivated. I think everybody watching has been appreciating the fight, so the more the crowd appreciates it, the bigger the boys will fight.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the clock on the upper right-hand side of your screen. We're less than 2 minutes to go. If you have not downloaded the DAZN app, make sure you do so. Now you can sign up for free, and here in the Netherlands, you can watch Glory 99 for free. For the original Glory Hall of Famer, Joseph Valtellini, my name is Todd Grisham. We'll see you in just a few minutes as our main card live from Rotterdam comes your way. It's Glory 99.